dogs.
Yeah.
The T and the B. The T and the B. The B and the G.
I usually think of them as little pups, so B's kind of weird initial to go with for him. Hey, little pup. You're in reach again. I can pet your head. Yeah. I don't know if you're here to be pet, but you're here and I can pet you. You're not very soft. You're not.
Good boy. He doesn't know what to think of me. He's not sure I'm legit. Oh, come on, just be. Oh, I didn't want to take a picture of that.
You want pet?
Not what I wanted.
Come here, I'll pet you. You want to come here?
Reset.
Almost?
Reset. Reset. Reset.
Teapup kind of thinks about coming to me, but her goal is to go to the mud. That's where she's pulling.
You know, that's really a very good thing. That device is really good for both of them.
Yeah.
It really is. It's just a good. It keeps them from one being a total. Well, one might be a total idiot, but not for long, because the other one will just not be, or else they both are together. So,
Yeah, honestly, I'd stick a longer rope on there if I remembered to bring a longer rope.
There's less cords for them to get tangled.
Yes.
yeah, there you go. Exactly.
And the
Exactly.
spring means that it's usually got a little bit of tension at
Got
all
a little
times.
bit of give, yeah.
Especially since Teapup is just constantly pulling.
If you brought a longer rope, you'd have to tie him to a tree out in the pasture or something, because all they do is get wound up around the.
So far they
They'd be
haven't.
pulling it tight.
So far they haven't done anything. They're kind of just sitting out tension.
Yeah, that's what they've done most
Yeah,
of the
Tia
time.
has her stretched. She's like, you're lunging for it. If I keep pulling, maybe they'll let me through.
I mean,
Let's at least has some slack on there.
they're on like a 25-foot leash, maybe 30. They've got interesting things to explore.
But no,
I don't
mean-
think that's 25 feet.
Something, maybe
It
20.
might be 20, maybe 15.
I mean, I'm kind of including the blue thing.
I think we've got to put a harness on both of them and hook them up to the plow, and then guide them out to move the plow out to the front yard. Not today, though.
I mean, it's worth trying, but I don't think they pull that hard, even when they want to.
I think the truck's got more horses than the dogs do.
Well, that's true.
I think my legs have
guarantee
more
they do.
horsepower than the dogs do.
Yeah.
Granted, probably not that much more.
And these chairs are working, even if they got an inch of dust on them.
Let me see this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm just taking a fire picture.
Yeah.
It also got our voices in it, so
There you go. It'll eat up your battery and your data, so
Yeah,
it's
well,
something to keep in mind. And you, 45 minutes. Come on.
well, I'm pretty sure we're on an unlimited data plan.
Oh, okay.
And also, yeah, 45 minutes was about 25% of my battery.
Wow.
Even less
How
because
big would that be in terms of megabytes? Like,
it's high def video, so probably a fair amount. They do compress it though.
but all of that compression happens after you record it.
Oh yeah, it's after recording.
you could have rinsed off the chairs before you sat in them, but then,
Then we'd be sitting in a wet chair.
yeah, that's true.
I'm actually mostly just excited that the straps haven't fallen apart.
Well, you know, they've been indoors. Well,
Yeah.
these are the ones that were indoors, right?
Yeah.
So they weren't subject to any weather.
But also, they haven't been replaced in a long time.
No. That's cool.
Hmm.
This in my pocket. Here. There.
Do you not think my little thing could work as a little?
I didn't expect that, mostly because I don't work with a phone that has that kind of case, so it's not a possibility for me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering, is that a flap in the shot?
No.
Oh. That's kind of cool.
Means I can make a table instead of make shift tripod, kind of.
Yeah, it helps
Great
that that
having you
locks stuff.
guys around.
Thank you.
I like having you guys around.
Yeah, they very well could be, what's it called? A updraft through this little hole right there, which I missed, but
Yeah, it probably is actually, since we're not seeing flames, and I'm pretty sure you did not seal that. I was just going to try and kick the fire together before we did that, but okay.
oh, there's a hole in the way. I can't push through. I find just pushing it in, but you have a brace in there.
No.
That's on top of the brace.
One of them is, but it doesn't have enough space to go. And that's going to be hot, so. You were probably better off trying to shove them in sideways so that they fit tighter. There we go.
Okay. Just I might as well get them started while it's a good bed of coals. I'll get them started easy.
Yep.
But once you wait for it to die down, they might not start all the way.
Yeah, true. But that's, I mean, it's not efficient, but that's solidly working. Mm. I'm not certain, but I think one of the welds might have broken. Certainly looks like it, right there.
Right where? Down on my little patch? Or?
You see the one right there? Along there? Yeah, the front one right there. The area where the weld is kind of buried, so it's hard to tell. It might have just sunk into the weld, so it looks like it just fell to the ground. When it's the entire barrel that did. It's hard to tell. Quite hard to tell.
I just thought one of those legs, because they don't have feet, so I thought it just sunk into the ground. The whole leg, because this is soft ground.
Well, especially that pile it's on, because it's basically just ashes that are soaked.
Yeah.
And now it's a bigger pile of ashes, some of which are not soaked. Oh yeah, it looks like the pups found something interesting to smell. And they're finally tangled up. Hey pups, you wanna come this way? You wanna come this way?
Lucy does.
Hey little pup. Hey teapot. You wanna come? You come? Doesn't care? Little pup's forcing her?
Good
Hey little pup. She used to come as a puppy, but she does not anymore. Like, I left for college, people stopped training her, and now she does not come when you call. At all. You wanna come again? You can come again, if you want. I'll pet you. What do you say, Pep?
Now they want to be over there.
Yeah. Well, little Pep will probably...
He comes, but he kind of doesn't move, so he's just pulling on it really hard.
Yeah, it's basically tug of war against someone who's heavier. He still won that time in a hilarious way.
Yeah. This will be a non-loop fire video.
Yeah?
I think I started out with like 80% power because my phone was set to charge before I unplugged, like finished charging before I unplugged it. So
But your phone has a decent battery, so even running, it'll last a long time. It's possible your phone might have better battery life than my one does.
what's your one?
It's a Pixel 6 Pro.
This should be pretty similar then,
What are you running?
like 7.
Oh. Yeah, that should be pretty similar. My phone sure does run hot sometimes, though. Even with that new update.
We can even try linking our videos to to the other one.
Yes, like my one, just in the description. Link to part 2 here. Yours, link to part 1 here. How many subscribers do you have?
0. I haven't posted a single video.
I had subscribers before I posted a single video. Not very many, like 1 or 2, but still. I think I currently have like 15, 16.
I think I changed my thing out from my name. It used to be my name. Now it's like not my name is the name of my channel.
Oh.
I think that's literally what it is. Not my name.
Yeah, I think mine's still my name.
But mine is not my name. I don't know if I want to keep it not my name, but it doesn't really matter.
I don't have much of anything worth stealing, so... And there's no one I'd think would bother with picking a fight with me. So I don't care if people know my name. It's not like I'm a celebrity and would be harassed, and I don't expect to ever be one.
Yeah, not a very clean burn right now.
No. But it's no worse than if we didn't have it there, really.
Yeah, it's not really affecting it much.
Like maybe a little bit of off-gassing, but like, if that amount of stuff was on there to begin with, it would have been a lot of smoke anyways. But yeah, just sealing the door, venting the gases down to where they have an ignition source and would be heating underneath the barrel. Those two things would make a huge difference.
Yeah, because the fire's not big enough to keep fire anymore. It was a consistent fire for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And that slight bit would both give you more heat and also have your exhaust gases closer to the ignition point, so they're less likely to stay out if they go out. Because that might be enough coming out that it could catch, but
For a
it doesn't have
while,
reliable ignition.
as it was going out, it was stopped burning the bottom, but just the top. There's a little line at the top that was burning. So eventually, it did actually get disconnected from the main fire. It was burning on its own, but not the whole thing. Only part of it was burning.
Yeah, no. If I didn't get that call, I'd have probably still been recording that first video. Or maybe not. My arms might have gotten tired.
Hi, doggies.
Yeah, Teacup really wants to go play in the mud. Which I'm sure is fun, but I don't think she'd enjoy the getting cleaned up afterwards.
Just cleaning up the area a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, now that we've got a fire and the wood's kind of dried itself out, it's burning really well.
Yep.
I mean, getting it lit and to this point took a long time. And a fair amount of cardboard and accelerant.
looks brighter on this side.
That's interesting, because this is the upwind side.
I think this side has like that. This log out here works as a reflector to keep the heat in, or something like that. Maybe
That and also,
preheated air.
and that's fresh wood, so it's not as dry and it's not fully burned. Yeah, it is a little more interesting on this side. And yeah, that thing is definitely sunk into the ground a little bit. It's just a little hard to tell exactly how much and where. Oh yeah, that's already 15 minutes of video. Just casually sitting there. Oh, hi little pet. You got a visitor. Look over there. You're not looking where I'm pointing. There's another dog.
Is Millie on leash too?
No.
Okay. Oftentimes Millie's on leash.
No, just went out to take a dump. You might not have even spotted the other dogs, and if you did, you didn't care. The other dogs didn't seem to have spotted her.
Usually,
Hi, pups.
usually dogs do care
Yeah,
if
I'll
someone's
go
on their
around so
property.
you're unstuck.
Let's be excited.
He's excited but not scared. There. Meow. 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 Being stuck. Naturally. Right. Oh. Is Teacup being stubborn when you want to come close? I'm a little surprised she's not trying to go to the fire. Hey, Teacup. There's a fire. I know you like going close to fires. When it's in the house anyways. In the fireplace.
Doesn't seem like to go right now.
Which is weird. Yeah. There we go. Now Low Pup's getting close.
Probably good they can't get closer. Because Blitzy's
That
flying at
actually
the
might
wood.
be a significant part of it. Yeah, it's just barely away from within range of it. So maybe it's good that I didn't stick a longer rope on there.
Oh look, the top of that log's actually burning.
Yeah, yeah it is.
I didn't expect it to like have flames coming right at the top like that.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't claim to understand that.
Probably heat reflection off of the.
That could be. Certainly could be. Alright. Yeah, if you're here, you can pet that. I can pet your heads. Look at it. Are you getting chill dog now? Not pulling as hard?
Oh, there's nails in this one.
No, you can throw that in still. That's just a rotten chunk of pallet.
Stop pulling the fire out, Blitzen.
That's a bad stick to grab. I know you like sticks. I know you like running around with them.
But
But not that one. That one's bad. That one hurts. Oh, there's another dog.
hi, Debbie.
He's actually fairly likely to come over here.
Zebulon?
He doesn't hear you anymore. He's deaf. He's been deaf for the better part of a year at least.
Yeah, he's taking the other dogs out.
Little Pup does know him, right?
A little bit, I think.
He's
But-
wagging his tail and not attacking, so that's good. He does have trouble with some dogs, but apparently not that one, which is good. That's a video pass. Little Pup? Hi there. Little Pup. No. Little Pup?
Growling's bad.
probably okay for him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Teacup remembers her old friend, who's now old, as dogs go. I can still remember when I was in high school and he was like 3 years old, and I'd just take him for runs, and he'd have almost endless endurance. Now I'm out of shape, but I've solidly got a lot more endurance than he does.
Can you really call someone a friend if they only really seen them like 5 times in their life?
It's been a lot more than that. It used to be that Zeb was like the only dog she could play with when she was a puppy. So,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah, Lil Pup,
He's being all growly.
but he's not actually attacking, and he's wagging his tail.
Hi, Zebby.
Are you sending mixed messages, Lil Pup?
Mixed messages.
I really don't recommend that, but fortunately, Zeb is deaf. So he's not going to,
Are you getting
think
good
you're
butt rubs?
aggressive.
You getting good butt rubs?
And sniffing my drink. I don't know for certain, but I don't think dogs like coffee. Unless they do. I'll keep poking it. Little pup.
I can now poke it from a distance. Although this is kind of heavy, I can't really maneuver it out there.
Yeah. It's been a long time since we did that last. Yeah, that pipe is not clean. Also, I don't think it's making that big of a difference for what you're trying to heat.
Nope. Yeah. It's not gonna do much at all.
Also, I think that placement for those logs is about optimal. Or at least close enough.
I think it just needs a little bit more small stuff to get the updraft going a little harder.
Yeah. Little Pup's actually tangled in the leash. I did not expect that. He's usually better at not getting tangled or untangling himself.
There are walls to smell and pee on.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Fire's a little bit more flame now.
Yeah,
'Cause I put the sticks on, but they didn't really catch.
makes sense. That's the kind of thing that can probably go for a decent while.
It'll smolder down though.
Yeah, I could stick another log in that one hollow patch and it'd probably catch fairly quick and go a long time. Not sure if it's worth the effort, but I could.
I'm gonna grab a little log.
Okay. Did you get caught on the plow there, pups? You're always maybe. There's our log. Yeah, the larger ones there, even though they've already caught, might actually last longer than that smaller one you just put on,
Yeah.
which is fine. Hi there, Pat.
I decided to give that
Pat,
one.
reach again.
I decided to give that one a little props to give it a little more air.
Yeah. That'll help it burn faster. Granted, it's not underneath where you really want the heat, but
It's
it's still close
Heating.
enough.
Yeah. Also, once it catches, I can always just shove it in farther.
True.
That's etching his butt.
I think it's more of a territory marking thing. But I'm not certain. Because he was mostly acting friendly with the two dogs here, but maybe
Yeah,
also
he
Lil
is just
Pup was being
pulling.
yeah, Lil Pup was being a bit of a dick, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if Seb was being territorial. Yeah, this isn't your territory, Lil Pup. Don't be a dick. It's not. You aren't usually here.
It's kind of hard to maneuver this at the end of the pull. It's kind of heavy with that lever arm. Well, in general, the pipe's kind of heavy.
You know, long stiff rods can be heavy sometimes. Or pipes. Really anything that's long. Doesn't even have to be stiff. Little Pup got tangled again.
Keeping the little proof cloud to smoke each time.
He's trying to get his leg unstuck, but keeps putting it on top or on the wrong side of the leash. Hey, Keepa. Steve Huff not respond when I call? You want to come? Yeah, Lil Pup responds. Oh, now you're both responding.
Where's the car?
Well, they're heading my direction and not the direction of the vehicle heading past, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is burning better where I blew the ash away.
That makes sense. Plus, the extra air probably heats it up, which helps a lot.
Yeah, because look at that spot. It wasn't burning very well, now it is.
Yeah. That's what happens when you blow on a fire.
Although my lungs aren't really a heavy air mover.
No.
They don't have much endurance. Well, they can do it forever, but they don't.
Well, no, they can't do it forever.
As long as I can live, they can keep moving air,
Yeah.
but just not much.
I mean, at least you no longer need an inhaler. But even so, you've never had the best set of lungs.
My mom always had to tell me to use the inhaler. So
I know, I was there.
it wasn't something
Sometimes I had to tell you to use the inhaler.
I was kind of against any form of like medication type of thing.
You couldn't breathe, which is an interesting combination.
Yeah, slower air seems to actually work better.
Yeah?
Full speed doesn't actually do much more than slower.
Yeah. If you maintain it better, it can start burning more intensely, which helps, but you kind of have to sustain it. You get a really good feel for it if you use a hand crank blower. Exactly how much air you want for a given amount of heat, and how you want to stack it to hold in that heat or any other thing.
It's probably easier to work with because it doesn't affect your respiration system.
Oh yeah, it's much easier. You have much more control over the speed. You can give constant flow. It even keeps blowing for a couple of cranks of the handle after you let go. If you got it started.
Yeah, if I put it in there. What I don't need is to start working like a chimney. Heat up and start pulling air through it.
No, that would be bad. Then you'd be getting smoke in the face. And we're getting enough smoke in our lungs just casually being here.
Okay, I'll pull this out. Steamy. I have no idea if that had any meaningful effect.
Probably sped it up very slightly.
Actually, well, that's probably just because of the belt design. Because that area that I put the second log on, that looks a lot nicer than the other areas.
That probably is, but the area you were blowing that doesn't have that structure is, well, it's not as good as when it was right after you're blowing, but it's been going fairly well.
Yeah, it's brighter. Like over here, it looks a lot dimmer.
But that's, yeah, it's going to die back down pretty quick.
So if I go over here,
Why are you trying to blow the fire everywhere? Pulsing like that is a bad play. You can see it mostly dies back down after you stop.
but it still looks a little better.
It does, but that's not that surprising.
And up there, because I haven't done this area yet. There we go.
Yeah, right now you've got kind of a chimney effect where there's a lower opening and a higher opening and heat underneath the higher opening because of that one you placed up on the two other ones most
I
recently.
placed that one purposely like
I
that.
know. Well, that's why the flames are being channeled more or less where you want the heat. I mean, it's not efficient because it's basically an open fire, but it's better than not planning at all.
Try adjusting the angle of this. That might fall over.
Yeah, it's sticking. And now you stuck a stick on it. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
the-
that stick helps.
no. Because you can see this is leaning backwards. It kind of makes it hard to get.
Actually, I think it's giving you an advantage because that one flap's a little short.
Yeah. I guess I would actually put something under it to get a flat view. And it's not quite flat right now, so.
If it were completely flat, it would be unstable.
Yeah, because right now the flames are reaching higher, so I might as well get a better view of the flames.
Yeah?
Hi, dogs.
Yeah, they're in where the frame would be, but I don't know if they're visible at all.
No, they're not. You can
Go
only.
up by the barrel.
Yeah, there's.
Got your tail. Yeah, I got the tail.
The only spot you can see is that little. There's a tiny little wedge between that bar right there and the side of the barrel. That's the only spot you can see through to the outside of the fire. And to the right over there. You can see to the right.
I would not have expected that, but I'm not from that perspective.
I didn't bother to frame it in exactly. I just kind of put it there. Well, I have actually adjusted it now, so
It's closer.
I must have just adjusted it up so I can see the flames. I guess this will be the first YouTube video I post.
Okay.
I might post more once I've actually done it, because it's easier to do something once you do it once. You feel more comfortable doing it the second time.
Yeah. I will say, processing and uploading the video takes longer than actually recording the video, even if you do nothing for editing.
Okay. That's okay, because I can just go to sleep. I didn't bring my computer with me, so I can't really edit. Well, I can kind of on the phone a little bit, but...
I don't know how to edit, so I don't. So, everything I've ever put out is extremely low effort. Plus, most of what I put out, I filmed on that potato of a camera that was on my first phone. Only a couple of videos with my second phone, which had a decent camera, and my current one, well, there's cat videos, and then the one that I'm uploading today, and recorded today.
Cat videos?
Yeah. I filmed a couple of videos of our cat
Okay.
doing cat things. And licking a bowl, which is a cat thing. I think the most popular one's called Fluff Cat Doing Her Thing. It's pretty much as described. It's just a cat
Doing
wandering
anything.
around in the yard doing whatever the heck the cat wants. Which isn't much. You know, some rolling. I'm sure you can't see it from this angle. There's one log where it's like towards the end and it's vertical, which I didn't expect. But it's only like 4 to 6 inches tall, and it looks flat on the end, which is quite strange to me. I think I'll do some adjusting.
Putting that log inwards. Let's in.
No. Don't grab the fire. I know it looks like a stick, because it is a stick, but it's a bad stick to grab.
Don't throw very far.
I don't have
He's like, what's the jerk for?
to. They are not cooperating,
No.
which is actually kind of amusing.
But they found the stick, or at least a stick.
Yeah, I think it probably is the stick.
Found the
Did you
stick.
get the stick? Did you get your consolation stick? It's small and wet. And rotten enough you can probably rip it apart, but hopefully not.
That's an okay consolation prize.
He seems quite happy with it, actually. T-Puff is just there. Like, he got dragged there, but doesn't know why.
You kind of get the idea of tearing sticks apart.
Yeah, no, that's a dog that definitely knows how fun it is to rip things to shreds. Or if she doesn't, you gotta tell that to my socks. And a couple of pairs of shoes. And I think 1 or 2 shirts, a hat, maybe 1 pair of pants. One time she grabbed a pocket knife. I very quickly took that away. Yeah.
If you tear the wrong part off a pocket knife, it becomes dangerous.
Well, I don't think she was at risk of doing that. But also, it was small enough to at least be a choke hazard. Like, I mean, I'm mostly okay with that knife having been broken because it was not that sentimental of a knife. Rather not have the dog die though, or get injured, even if it's for being an idiot. A normal dog idiot, but still an idiot.
Yeah, I'm glad we put that extra log on. It made it look prettier. Cause I like flames.
On the other hand, looking directly at the coals, how they're burning,
They're also probably burning better because of that, providing more airflow.
somewhat.
Because as you see,
Yeah.
when it's not underneath the log, they're not as bright, but the
Yeah.
ones under the log are bright.
There's multiple factors influencing that. More reflected heat, better airflow because of how it's affecting the draft, like sort of creating a draft. That's probably most of it, actually.
Yep, reflective heat and better airflow. That's kind of all you need.
Especially since the fuel is already there.
Which is why logs don't really burn on their own, just one log by itself. You need something else to reflect the heat off of, and circles! Trying to trip Tia now, Bloodson?
Pretty close to succeeding there.
Because walking circles around her is a decent way to do it. The other way, Blitzen, if you want to get to us.
Yeah, that was the...
Yep, Tia's now tangled.
In multiple paws, just tied up. Well,
But Tia's
got
kind of
entangled there already.
stopped trying to be an end of a rope. She's kind of given up on it.
Yeah, she's figured out how far she can explore, I suppose.
Now she's just kind of walking behind Blitzen instead of just staring out the maximum distance.
In one arbitrary direction or another. Yeah, you get pets if you're here. That's the perk. I'm still surprised she's not just going straight for the fire and trying to stick her face in it like she does with the fireplace.
Yep, it's a fire.
Yeah. Hi.
Actually, the smoke seems to be slowing down, so I think it's actually starting to use up the wood inside.
It might be because it's still got a decent amount of heat underneath.
I mean, it's still going, but
Actually, I could have just done.
yeah, they're still hot.
That is solidly hot there too. Which is a very good sign if the smoke isn't going out as fast.
So that means it's probably actually going to make some decent charcoal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about fully charred, but at least decent. Hi. Are you getting dragged into my leg? Sure. Hi there. Teacup might have actually been trying to get to you there.
Are you a Tia? You're a Tia with poop
Yeah.
on your head.
Yeah, she mostly likes me, but I'm not her favorite human. She'll, sometimes chill out on my legs or something.
Getting dragged into them.
Or ask me for food. Yeah, are you dragging on the end of your leash there? In another random direction?
This one I can at least pretend it's towards me.
It very well might be towards you. If you set your chair there, she might actually even hang out with you.
Yes,
You're right,
dog.
Muddy Pup.
Yep, 45 minutes now. Well, 44 Oh, yeah, 45 actually, exactly now.
So yeah, that fire's probably been going for at least a couple hours total minimum.
This is definitely
Because
more.
that's two 45-minute videos, and they were not one immediately after the other. There was a little bit of a gap.
Pretty decently long gap, actually.
And even the first video was a little while after we started the fire initially. It started.
It was about when it started actually going.
Yeah. But that took a while. So, good. Hour of unrecorded time at least.
With the new position, you can see it's a barrel easier than you were able to in the earlier.
Mm. Yeah.
Let's see, I got a pair of glasses and a wrench in my pocket. Listen, stop being rude.
It's a buddy.
You're a guest.
It's a fluffy buddy you can hang out with.
You're the guest. You don't need to growl.
It's a fluffy buddy you can hang out with and who's too old to be a threat. He's deaf. He limps. He's like 3 times your age minimum. And you're fully grown now. You're no longer a little puppy.
Oh, Pia's sitting down, maybe. Kind of.
I think she's under too much oh no, she can sit down if she wants. Thank you, Pep. Alright.
She's just squatting. She might not want to sit down on the way because it's kind of wet.
That is entirely possible. Seems to be shedding. A little bit. It's hard to tell with this dog. Yeah. Is your coat short but kind of dense?
Hi, Zebby. This coat's just fluffy.
And weirdly enough, less fluffy during the winter and more fluffy during the summer. You're kind of backwards, Zeb Dog. You have been your whole life, which is weird. Because you spend a decent amount of time outside. It's not like you have any, or you lack temperature cues for when to get your coat all fluffy. And so far as I know, you've lived your entire life in the northern hemisphere. So it's not like you suddenly had your timing set up based on the southern hemisphere and then moved north.
That would probably also adjust to the seasons.
Yes! But still, it'd make more sense than whatever the heck he does. Not by choice.
One solution to that is trim them in the summer.
There. Got your ears folded back.
I think at this time Tia might like the warmth.
That is entirely possible. She's had some time to think about it. Hey, little Pep.
She doesn't have happy ear positions though. Those ears are like back.
Well, part of that's how I folded her ears.
Oh, okay. Unfold her ears. She's
That's
like,
normal casual ear position.
so it's just because you folded her ears.
Yes. Yes, it's because I folded her ears backwards.
Yep, she walked back over this way once.
Hi. I don't know if you're intentionally rubbing into my leg or if that's just happening, but it's amusing. Is this a comfortable distance? Is this a comfortable distance from the fire?
Kind of why we chose it.
There.
I think she wants to be up against you.
That is entirely possible.
But she
because
doesn't
at this
bite.
point, she's basically cuddling with my lap. Just sort of sticking her head there.
She just really can't get any closer.
That is entirely possible.
quality does these phones record at?
I don't know. I'm assuming yours is probably like what kind of sensor is it? Like 50 megapixels or something, but it
Yeah.
compresses to at most like 12 megapixels.
Well, it's like I'm 2x zoomed in, so
But it's basically it's high def, whatever it is.
even with the 2x optical, I mean not 2x digital zoom.
Well, I'm pretty sure you've got a more than one lens there, right? Because it might just have one that's different focal point with 2 times gravitation.
Yeah, maybe.
Right there.
Idea.
You've got a lot of spikes in your face. Have you stuck your face into something spiky, Zeb dog? Yeah, he doesn't react to that growling. Hey there. She doesn't even know what he's growling at.
Quit
What do you
it.
growl at? Little pup? Little pup? No growling. He might have been growling a little pup. Right?
Well, yeah. Let's he being annoying. Yeah, you got all these spikes all over your face. Doop. Oh.
Yeah, he does not seem to care. I mean, they're not in his eyeballs.
What's that on your ear?
Oh, hi. Are you wanting to go to them? Here, I'll clip you. I think she just wants to run to the mud. I was expecting her to just go to you and stop. Hey, Teapup. Yeah, you're not going to play in the mud. I don't want to wash you. That's a lot of effort. And you get very messy in the mud. You always have.
Also,
And you've never liked being washed. Especially if it's December and you're being washed. Then you aren't super warm when you're out in the water.
Yep, she's still going to the maximum distance towards the field. It's not Zeb's fault, Blitzen.
Yeah, it's definitely best to keep a little bit tied up. You need to be able to play nice with strangers, though, Pat.
Let's back
They
you up.
aren't all trying
There we
to
go.
attack you. Even dogs. There are plenty of dogs who don't care that you are there. They'll just sort of chill out. In fact, that particular dog is one of the ones that generally doesn't care.
Yeah, Tia just wanted to go in this direction.
Yep.
It was a new direction to just point and shoot at.
I mean, she likes the humans, but she doesn't really care to be near humans unless there's food. And even then, hi, little pup. Hi. Are you making sounds? Are you making squeaking sounds? Did you get excited? Here you go, Pat. I'm going to just grab your.
You bent the chair.
Yeah.
Guess bend it back.
That was easier than I expected.
They're
both
not.
ways.
They're not overbuilt.
Most certainly not. Alright. Okay. If you want to pass the P-Pup, I'll clip her in.
Grr. Back up. Beep. 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 Beep.
Being a stubborn pup, aren't you?
I think part of it is trying to back her up instead of lead her forward.
But also, she wanted to be whatever the heck that way is. Which isn't much. There's not much exciting in that direction. I've been there.
Oh look. Yeah. If you're trying to pull past gears, I can go back to pretending you're trying to get to me.
Alright.
See, now I can go back to pretending you're trying to get to me.
You look like you're trying to cuddle, but actually, I know you're just trying to run off straight in that direction now. Little pap? That's a bad stick. Bad stick to it. But it did break in half, though. Which I did not know until he was messing with it. Ah.
You need other stick to push it in place. Oh, this is kind of like a heavy rod to use.
Oh.
And how? That does look kind of cool, just blowing into it.
Yeah, you're not really supposed to just sit and look at it, but if you want to borrow my forge, there's plenty of fire you can just sit and look at. Just be sure to refill any propane tanks you want.
This,
I've got enough scrap metal, you can feel free to make whatever you want now.
yeah.
I would recommend if you use the springs, don't dunk them in water because they'll crack. Just let them air cool.
What about dunking them in oil?
That'll make it hard and brittle, which is useful if you want a blade that's hard, but you have to temper it afterwards. And there is still a decent risk of cracking, because spring steel cracks easily. It just doesn't. Holy cow, I did not know there was wire in there.
Wire and where?
In there. All that wire.
Oh yeah.
It's been there, I just didn't notice it.
But yeah, the smoke's definitely slowed down from the pot of wood. Yep, still hot on top.
If we weren't recording it, I might try pissing on it just out of curiosity. Except I know exactly how that'll turn out. It'll be like pissing on a fire, which really stinks. So it's not worth it. But I'd be tempted. Hey, Paps. Are you back to whining?
Yeah, it's probably good Titas can't get closer because I don't want to put her tail in the fire.
Or face.
Well,
Because that's a dog that sticks faces in fires.
there's also there's some coals split around the edge there, so
Yeah, at this distance, they just barely can't reach the dangerous stuff, really.
yeah.
Especially now that I've moved that one stick. Because that was too tempting of a stick to not grab. Even though it was like 2/3 of it was on fire. Little Pup does not care or understand. It's just a stick to grab and have fun with.
yeah, it's a hot spot. That's all I can say about where I just blew.
That makes sense. Another thing is now that we've got charcoal production, it's become a cheap. Well, if we make this a little more efficient, become a cheap fuel source. So get my solid fuel forge back together would be an option. I will say charcoal gives off a lot of radiant heat, almost as much as gas, and it doesn't have the same upsides of gas where you have a lot of control over the temperature and can see what you're doing and aren't going to accidentally light your piece on fire. Now, solid steel does light on fire if you get it hot enough. More or less. It's not a sustained burn, but it doesn't matter. Your piece is gone. It's slag. It's not not good for gear. Quality. Toasty tube.
Still kind of a pretty fire. It's not like, yeah. A lot less maintenance with the actual logs.
Yeah.
1-inch diameter sticks or branches. You need to keep bringing them in constantly.
Yeah, some of the wire there's fairly hot for obvious reasons in the middle of a fire. It's I'd say mostly a dull red. Not really ideal forging temperature, but plenty hot enough. Some of the reinforcements down on the legs of that barrel got up to a good forging temperature, as I saw earlier. Might still be at a decent forging temperature, actually. Nope, it's cooled off. At least where I can see it. Yeah, there's a patch right there where that brace is at a forging temperature. But otherwise, yeah, it's cooled off. Plus, I mean, just the welds to the barrel alone are like strong enough that it probably stay upright and together. Those reinforcements are mostly so we don't accidentally rip them off by touching it. They're not strong welds. They mostly hold it, especially if you don't try and put them under sheer stress.
I wonder what kind of holes I poked in the bottom with those legs. Because I do know I burnt through in some places. I didn't feel the inside of it.
But also, if it vents in that direction, it's not too bad.
Well, it'd be better once we close off that top vent from the door.
Yeah, once we close off the door, it'll be more obvious how leaky the rest of the barrel is.
Because right now it has no reason to leak anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to have it just cool over the fire or push it off the fire?
I'd let it cool over the fire. I doubt it'll fully turn to charcoal even if we do.
I was thinking about like pushing out the fire so it doesn't like a slow burn inside.
What do you mean?
Like if so air doesn't slowly leak through and burn. If you push it off the fire, then it doesn't have the heat to do that as easily.
I'd say that pushing it away from the source of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide and giving it fresher air is more likely to have that happen because it'll be at ignition temperature for a while, most likely, especially towards the bottom. It's hard to tell, but patches of that barrel might even be at a dull red. Yeah, I think there are where it's sticking out. If you look down there. Like it's not a forging heat, but it's red.
Hard to tell with the reflection of the fire.
I mean, kind of hard, but also you can kind of tell.
Yeah, I think it might be. I guess that's cool. which it has to be pretty hot down below to make it so it doesn't lose all the heat by the time it gets to the top.
So yeah, we might end up having to patch in some sheet metal there just so that it's got enough mass to not just burn through. Doesn't even have to be sealed sheet metal, just enough. Because that barrel's fairly thin walled, especially where it's rusted through, but everywhere else too.
That's not as exciting as you guys were hoping for.
Teapup really likes watching fires, so I'm surprised she's not watching the fire. Is it not your kind of fire? You like the fires you can stick your face in? I never understood why you like that, because it seems like it'd be painful, but... Yep. Hey, that dog. Yeah, he's pretty deaf. He's not even reacting. You think he'll react to a clap? Nope.
Does those dogs react?
Yeah, it's quite the reaction.
Climbing on top of Tia?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta stop driving Blitzen. Oh, he heard that.
He doesn't know where it came from, but he heard it.
Those dogs heard that, too.
But those dogs are way over there. Granted, they're probably not geriatric dogs. And then he calms down.
So Blitzy just started a barking spree.
Well, like being started a barking spree, apparently. From the dog that's right here and can see what's happening.
It happened to those dogs way over there. I can't even see. They've calmed down mostly over there, too. It wasn't a big one. Because no one quite knew what was they're barking at, so.
No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is slightly red right towards the bottom.
Yeah, just kind of like over here-ish.
Now, if we keep the oxygen out, or mostly out, it shouldn't turn to ash almost regardless of what temperature we get it up to.
Carbon monoxide.
Yes, that happens. And to some extent, we would lose the carbon that way.
Because burning stuff in restricted oxygen environment is what makes carbon monoxide.
Yep. Yeah, that's a significant part of what's burnable coming out of there as gas. It's not the only thing, but it's a lot of it. Hi, Teapup. Are you squatting but not quite comfortable sitting on the wet ground?
I don't blame her for not laying down on the ground like she normally does.
If we left a piece of cardboard, she'd be able to lay down, but we weren't originally planning on bringing dogs here.
Cardboard's not hard to get.
It's not.
His grandma has more cardboard than she needs.
Fortunately, they also have access to a heat source and can get close enough that it's plenty warm, so I'm not worried about hypothermia or anything.
Yeah, because they can get about as close as we are right now, which is enough
They
to
can
get.
get a little closer than we are right now, but
It's enough to get the heat. Although it is cooling down, I'm starting to feel less warm back here.
yeah. But it's still solidly warm. Oh, look at how many times I twisted that leash.
Yeah.
At least Pop's not trying to reply to those dogs off in the distance.
That might make us go home.
Yeah, that would be annoying. I'd at least take Lil Pup home.
I'm putting some partially spent wet air into the fire.
But you're putting in enough that it still increases the burn rate.
Can't really see the effect of this one because I have it kind of in the fire more.
No, I can see it pretty clearly from my angle.
It's kind of hidden behind that log for me.
I mostly see around that log. Yeah, it's a mostly well-banked fire that probably will still have a few hot coals by morning time. Fortunately, everything else here is soaking wet, so when we leave it, it's not going to be a huge hazard.
No, nothing's really catching with this.
It was hard to get what we got catch, even with all the lighter fluid we used and dry cardboard.
Cardboard was actually a little bit moist.
Yeah.
It was kept outside, so.
Oh, it was kept in a humid environment, but it wasn't damp. It was
No.
still basically sheltered.
Putting the lighter fluid away.
Well, first I'm going to do it silly. There we go.
Flame.
Actually, do you think you'll catch from up here? That's kind of fun. Now I'll put it away.
Yeah, it burns better on that surface because the surface is real hot. Although that flame might actually be cooling down the surface up there because it's off-gassing.
This is a big stick, little pep. It's big for you.
You bringing another stick over?
I don't think you can pick it up.
Are you just gonna put it on top of the barrel or something? Or gonna put it in the fire?
I haven't decided yet. I think I'll stick it on the fire. You know, Pep, this is too big for you to catch. If I threw this, I might break your neck. Or something. You wouldn't have very much fun getting hit by it, I don't think.
Also, this is a steamy stick.
Well, that thing's going to be steamy. It's soaked.
It's already cooled down a bit though. It's no longer steamy as bad.
Oh, hi, little Pep.
Yeah, this isn't as hot as
I
it
don't
was.
want licks.
I was planning on going home pretty soon.
Yeah. Same here, more or less. I just put that on because I was already there to grab it.
You with Tia? You do look like you're going for me though. I don't think you're going past me.
We tested that, T-Pep.
You can't fool us. Well, you can, but we tested you.
Granted, I don't know if you have the art of deception at all. Like, I don't think you've ever tried to deceive someone because, as dogs go, you're kind of dumb. I mean,
She
you're really
has hid her actions by waiting inside for the door to open so she can run outside.
Is that hiding her actions or just happening to be there?
No, she purposely tries to stay inside near the door, near the
Okay.
dog door.
So you can be devious. I didn't realize you were capable of that. That's an impressive amount of planning for you. Now, when you figure out latches, that's a problem. Because you're actually trying to escape.
Blitzy can figure latches out, but
But he doesn't care.
he only tries to escape when he's freaking the fuck out and he can't think.
Or when he's. Or if someone forgets him in the crate, he'll get himself out eventually. I've seen that happen before. Although we didn't really forget him, we intentionally locked him in there to keep him from being a problem.
Oh yeah, the smoke's pretty much died down to not much. I mean, it's still smoking, but
Some of that's probably the reduction in heat, but a lot of that.
is the wood's probably moved
Mostly
inwards, and it has to go through more charcoal before I can actually get to wood.
Mm-hmm.
Is this still steaming? Yep, I think.
Video still going?
Yeah. It is hour 16 right now.
Okay.
Now, how long will an hour 16 video take to upload?
It might be done by tomorrow. No guarantees.
I didn't bring my either computer, so I have to upload it from my phone.
That's fine.
I don't need to edit it or anything, which I don't.
I mean, you can if you want, but
I don't think there's anything I'd edit out.
There isn't much exciting going on in this video. You'd have to edit out the entire video to make it interesting.
I could do like a flash through of like 3 different points and make
I
it.
guess the most exciting part might be when you stick in lighter fluid on it just recently. And even that's pretty lame.
I could make a decently exciting like 5 seconds of okay, there's a fire and that's it. That's all it would be though. There's a couple like 2-second clips of a fire and then you're done. Even that's not very exciting.
Yeah?
It would have been more stuff if I would have caught the flames burning over there because that's kind of cool. But I didn't bother with that.
Yeah. And I'd already stopped recording by that point. You want to go home, Preps? You want to go home? Or do you understand that word? You just react because I'm talking to you? I think it is the case.
Okay, let me saw. Where did you get the saw from?
It's in the just hanging up in the garage or barn or whatever you call it.
All these pants aren't bottom.
You don't really have livestock in there anymore, so I mean, when there were horses anymore in the barn, now it's just a detached garage with red.
Also, this belt sucks. It does not stay latched. Somehow it does this and pops through like that. So it didn't unlatch
Do you want
itself.
me to get you a better belt buckle for Christmas?
No, I have a belt. I just didn't bring it. 'Cause you
No.
see the pants I wore? These are the pants I brought with me.
Those are pretty.
Elastic.
Yeah.
Also, I think you have a coat inside of the house. Where's the car at?
Did you finish recording the Western College?
Yeah, I'm going to pick.
Okay. The cups. Yeah.
I think. I'm just gonna pack the stuff up first.
exciting part. See? Now we're free to wander wherever I go.
Did the wrench come from here?
What?
Did the wrench come from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's in the little red toolbox in the house. Definitely want to stick that back. Don't trip over the leash.
Yeah. Hmm. Did you roll the log away or did it roll itself away?
What?
Did you roll the new log away or did it roll itself away?
It rolled itself away.
Okay. I guess I'll just let it sit outside the fire then.
Yeah.
But now I can watch a real fire and a recorded fire at the same time.
Or is it live recording now, or?
Yeah, it's still recording.
Oh.
See, like,
Wait, has the video been continuous since we've been doing all the cleanup stuff, or did
Yeah.
you restart it?
it's still going.
Oh. How long is it?
24, 25-ish.
Oh, okay. So, well over an hour, but less than an hour and a half.
Yep.
Think that's long enough?
Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of watching it get darker and
Yeah, there's not really much wind, and everything's soaked, so that's not going to be a hazard to leave.
Yep. I just kind of wanted to see what it looks like as it gets darker, which I don't know how long it'll take.
It's most of the way there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not super late because it's December.
What time is it? Is there a time on here I can see? No, I don't see one.
I bet you could probably get the time to show up, but yeah, I don't have my phone on me, so I have no idea what the time
5:15.
5:15?
I think it's been getting dark like at 6.
Yeah. Something's making a squeaking sound. I assume it's a bird.
Yeah, it sounds like a bird. So do you want to go home now?
Sure.
Okay. I still kind of want to see this, but I don't really care. I kind of do.
I'm fine with whatever. I'm not pushing.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna watch 2 fires at once. Well, they're kind of the same fire, but
Same fire twice. For like the distance you are, is there a significant size difference between them from your perspective?
yeah, they're different size. That's
Which one appears larger, the screen or the actual one?
yeah. The screen is definitely a lot smaller, like
Okay.
half the size. It's not a big screen, so it is half the size. Yeah. Using the very precise measurement of distance of this and that.
Which the camera cannot see at all.
How good of a pull am I, though?
Apparently not very good because they got to move it. Do you want to get some pacing in, Pops? At the base? Alright, let's take this. I don't know if you realize they're free to roam circle around me. I'm holding it. Do you not get the concept?
He just paying attention to you because you're talking.
Pretty much.
Ooh, I haven't tried watching the fire with glasses on.
Hey, you should have thought it out before. At least in my vision, at the distance you're at, without glasses, I'd be able to see on the camera better than I could see the real thing.
Okay, it looks. I see more details now.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough grass for yourself. I don't need comedy. Come on.
Now, what does the Sparkies look like from blowing?
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know about the sun having set yet, but it's definitely getting darker.
Yep, it is pretty fast.
Yeah.
It's basically it's darker than we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. I mean, it's overcast enough. I don't know where the sun would have been. Doesn't necessarily make it really set
I definitely see more details with my glasses on.
yet. Yeah.
Hey, but I actually use my glasses driving home, driving to school and back this time. So less chance of running anybody over.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Don't run people over.
You're bad at running. You walked on top of me.
I'm
And by the way, these are not steel toes.
sorry. There we go.
Oh, we got Tia's foot up.
That was the idea. I didn't succeed.
You partially did.
I was trying to tie them both together.
They were able to kind of chance their way out of it.
And pulling again. Because they both want to sniff the same thing. At the same time.
Not because when they have combined things. Good job running back. You did a good job running back. Yeah.
Well, I didn't actually call them, but they did resist.
But when they stopped, they came.
Yeah.
Not mine.
I don't know.
Yeah, this belt sucks. It is not a worthy buckle. It doesn't actually stay buckled. So
I mean, I could probably modify that belt so it stays just by giving it a couple of taps. I don't have a hammer with me.
I think it's supposed to like stay in this notch here, but it just doesn't. Would they put the little notch right there for the stay in?
Oh, that's.
Because I wanted it to be able to fit like that, but
It does look like it's still got stretched that way a little bit because that should be fitting.
hurts the leather stretching a little bit.
Well, not the leather, but the metal itself. Well, that's fairly thin buckle.
Oh yeah, it is darker. Oh, yep, it broke. It does not stay shut at all. So I guess it's not.
It's not a belt that's usable anymore. Just
Yeah, the video is looking a lot different now with the darker.
Alrighty.
I
that?
I tried blowing the wires off of the screen.
That's
I
not
thought-
happening.
I thought they were
Those
like.
are real wires. They do kind of look like dust on the screen from that perspective.
Yep. I thought it was like hairs on the screen, but no, they're wires in the fire. Hello, doggies. Oh, no, no.
Now,
I asked
when
for
you
it.
say that while sitting down, they're going to lick your face.
I kept them back, so I didn't get much.
They tried, both of them, but especially Lil Pup, who's about to knock over the camera, but didn't.
No, he didn't.
I was expecting him to knock over the camera or phone, same thing for this content.
Yeah, it's getting dark pretty fast.
Well, yeah.
I guess it's hard to tell where the sun is because overcast, but I guess
It looks like the barrel's no longer out of red heat at all.
no, I don't even see really smoke coming out of it either.
But a lot of that's just because the light's gone down, so even a trace of smoke would be hard to see.
Is there a light on the camera I can use?
I don't know. Probably, but I don't know whether or not you have to pause the video for that.
Okay, I see stuff here.
Okay.
That's not a light, that's just adjusting the video.
Yeah. I don't know how that'll show up in post, but or not post, but when it's actually uploaded. But
I think it will. I'm guessing.
alrighty, now you can see. Is there a flashlight option?
White balance, exposure, reset all.
Huh.
Oh, is the white button to take a picture while you're taking a video?
I don't know.
Yeah, that definitely makes it look different when I turn the brightness up. When I turn it down. Okay, I guess I'm done.